podcast. We're talking to Joe Clement, and he is French because we found that out, and we were talking French at the beginning of the podcast because why not? Huh? We can talk the French. I don't know if it's going to make it in. We'll have to ask Ben, my producer. Probably not, because people will be like, "What language is this? I don't know." So listen, remember how a couple weeks ago we were in the lodge at Homewood Suites? Well, here we are again. Here we are again, my friends. And now we're talking with Joe. Now, Joe is more of a videographer, really, and a travel vlogger. Like, he's done many, many trips all around the world. His videos are amazing. You got to stick around for this podcast because his videos are very different from, you know, like a video that you would get from like a resort or something, kind of like a promotional video, right? Because they're just so much more personal. He really has a great way at making you feel like you are actually there on the street, in front of the vendors, smelling what's been cooking at the food trucks, like you're actually there experiencing this trip with him and with his lovely fiancée, Alicia, as well. She's in a lot of videos. So again, he's on YouTube. He has his own YouTube channel. You can go check him out there, but he was a pleasure to chat with. And hey, let's get into it. It's really fun. Let's thank our sponsor, though, again, for your continued support, Homewood Suites. Thank you so, so much. I'm Lisa Boivin, and this is To North Bay with Love.
North Bay's turning 100, and what a time to be here. From the buzz of the Heritage Parade to sunset concerts at the waterfront, the city is alive with celebration. And you know who's right in the middle of it all? Homewood Suites by Hilton North Bay. We're proud to be a part of this milestone moment. Whether you're coming home from a family reunion, planning a gathering with friends, or just simply making the most of everything the Centennial has to offer, our doors are open. Stay in a spacious suite that feels like home, with a full kitchen to cook in, room to relax, and a space to unwind after a full day of fun. Are you hosting something bigger? Our event spaces and amazing local partners like the Grand and Stock Transportation make it easy to bring people together. Best of all, they're just steps from the action. The fireworks, the food trucks, the music, the laughter, it's all right here. Celebrate 100 years of North Bay with us. Use code Centennial to save on your stay anytime this year. Be at home with Homewood Suites by Hilton North Bay. Join the party today at 495 Oak Street West or give us a call at 705-495-3000.
Joe, are you like a travel vlogger? Like, what's your title?
We'll be here all night. We talk about my title.
Many.
We talk about travel filmmaker, content creator, vlogger, photographer. I don't know. This industry is crazy with all the titles.
Right.
I'm the guy that does everything.
And okay, before we get into this, like I was watching one of your videos when you went to Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. It's funny, my brother, Joe is in Nova Scotia right now. What? Crazy.
Because of me, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You were like, go. We're gonna listen. But you were at you were in Cape Breton, and you were, oh my God, like this gorgeous chalet. Do you know the people who were in the hot tub with you?
That was my parents. That would have been weird if we didn't know who they were. Yeah, they were there when we showed up.
I was concerned. I was like, oh, look at this. Oh, who are they?
They were intruding on our little vacation.
Yeah. What's going on? Because I was like, okay, there's 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. I'm like, maybe they're upstairs, maybe it's another couple.
I never
just
put
sharing.
2 and 2 that some people might be like, who are these random people here?
I figured. Once you guys were having dinner, because you guys were like in the hot tub, a quick shot, and then you were like cheersing at the table, and I'm like, okay, they must know them. It's got to be parents of somebody.
I'm
like, it's just they invited them in.
Couple swingers in Nova Scotia.
Hey now, why not? Little key party, you know what I mean? Little hot tub. Okay, so that was beautiful. That was on North Harbour Beach.
Mm-hmm, yeah, it was called the Sedona Retreat. So we actually reached out to them to do a partnership because we were doing, me and Alicia were like, oh, we might as well. We always do this if we're going on trips. We'll kind of do partnerships.
Yeah.
They definitely needed some help with their content. And we were like, we need to pitch it to them. So we pitched them a few nights in exchange for content and stuff. And yeah, it was one of the most breathtaking places I think I've ever stayed at.
And not like, it wasn't expected, like in Nova Scotia. I don't know. It didn't seem like you were in Nova Scotia. Like, I don't know. I think Nova Scotia, I immediately just think harbors and like fishing boats, you know, but this was picturesque. This was like something out of like the fjords or
That's
something.
what we,
Like,
it was my
these
first time in Cape Breton, and that's what we were saying. Like, I felt like I was in like Ireland or Scotland or with this massive cliff.
Yes.
And we went down it was down at the beach, and we walked a few kilometers, and there was this giant waterfall that was just spewing into the
Oh my
ocean.
God,
I've never seen that before in my life.
So that was shot on a drone.
Yeah.
So when did you get into drones? Because they're crazy now. Like they can be this big. And,
Yeah, well,
wow.
I'm newish. I wasn't at the time when they had them like the size like this big,
it was,
it was not
VCR.
inconspicuous whatsoever. But I've been doing it for 6-7 years, something like that. Yeah, it's when we backpacked Australia, I actually bought my first drone.
Okay,
And,
I feel like you guys need to get married in Australia because that's like where everything happened. Like I feel like that was like
we have a love-hate with Australia.
Oh no, really? How come?
It's just, it wasn't what we pictured. You know that trope where, you know, everyone's a cool surfer hippie.
Yeah.
Like it was more hustle and bustle, I think, than we were expecting. Yeah. Because we traveled the whole East Coast. We went to Sydney, Melbourne. We did a lot of the West Coast as well. And it's like, we liked it, but it was really when we went to Indonesia during that trip. We took a little bit of a break and we went to Bali. And that's when we just like, it felt like we were there for years.
Yeah.
And we were there for 3 weeks. That's what really just, that was the most memorable like part of our trip was going to Bali.
You'd go back? Would you go back?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Yeah.
It's changed apparently.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, just over tourism, and there's so much traffic now and stuff. So we have that memory of Bali. So we're like a little bit skeptical to go back because we're like, what if it's different? What if it's not like what we remembered?
Well, and it's interesting because like the video of Rome, you know, you kind of say that. You say like, what is so big about Rome or something, you know, with question mark. And then there was like, Alicia was walking through the crowds and she was like, oh my gosh, like it's so busy or something, you know? And then there was other beautiful shots where it was like almost just the two of you guys. And I wondered that, like, because of people like you, but just because of that, right? Like everybody's online, everybody's doing videos and so it must really affect tourism in certain areas where like, you know, now you can barely move and you're trying to go see these things.
Well, that's my conflict as someone creating travels. I want to promote these beautiful places, but you truly are leaving an impact. And sometimes it doesn't feel like you're doing anything. Yeah. You know, views are views, but there's actually people behind those views, right? And in a way, I'm kind of helping with the over-tourism. So it's this fine kind of line where, you know, be a responsible tourist, don't leave trash, be polite, respect people's cultures. That's what we're really trying to promote is more sustainability because to a certain extent, like especially Bali and places around the world, like they live off tourism, they need it. Like during COVID, it hurt them so much that they do need it. But yeah, it's a fine line between this beautiful place, but they're like, for example, and there's Kelingking Beach in Indonesia. It's this beautiful, it feels like you're in Pandora, like an Avatar, and they're building an elevator there. And it's just like, this is kind of the effects of like the Instagram craze and everything. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I do think though, like, I love your videos. I made some little notes just about like, there was a garden, there was a shot like with a garden, and like, I love your selection of music. And I loved you, like, it was just very personal. Like the video was very personal. It wasn't like a travel video where like, you know, kind of like a bigger thing where it's broader and it's like, oh, here's a shot of the hotel, here's a shot of the beach, here's a shot of the, whereas like, I felt when I was watching your video, I was walking on the streets with you. Like there was like a food cart, there was like some fruit, there was a couple cool signs, there was like, you know, it was just things that
you're
a
pumping
big
my
travel
tires a
thing.
lot.
No, but like for real, it's like it wasn't like a commercial for a place.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It was like, this is what it's really like. Like I could almost smell like being in the garden. I could almost like just feel the heat on the street. Like it was a really cool
I'm trying
video.
with my content, I'm trying not to be fake. Like I really want people to feel that they're like, I want to get a sense of emotion from my audience.
That's totally
where
what it was,
I don't want to be that everyday vlogger that just goes there, films, like, look at this touristy place. Everyone come here and get these crappy croissants and pay 3 times as much as you should. And I want to be a little bit more real and authentic that way. Or even a lot of my travels, we don't tend to stay in the really touristy places, or at least not for long. I like to experience it myself and kind of get formulate my own opinion, but we go there, go for 2-3 days and we leave. We don't stay there for too long. So.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought that was the thing. And like in Rome, there was like great jazz music. And then there was like a shot of a jazz group, you know, kind of setting up and playing a little bit. So again, you're just creating that mood of like, this is actually happening, like in real time on the streets. Like you can hear the musicians and check it out. Now, do you do photography as well? Or is it?
Yeah. I do everything.
You do everything.
I'm the guy.
Yeah, the guy and the girl.
I'm the guy with the thing who does the stuff.
I love it. So like, do you do mostly what am I going to say, professional things, like for companies, for businesses, or is it kind of a half and half? Like,
so that's the issue when you start doing this full time and you're earning an income is it takes more and more time away from like my passion projects and stuff like that. So it's probably 70-80% is client work. And that's why I don't know if you noticed on my YouTube channel, I go on pretty long breaks of not posting. Like I'm not a consistent poster whatsoever. I know I'm supposed to, that's what everyone says, but it's just, there's only so much time in the day.
And you have to live too, right?
I have to eat,
interesting. Like when I first met you guys, we were kind of chatting before this got going, and Alicia, made a good comment of like, work is always there. Like if you say no to the work, you're saying no to money. And I mean, that's how you're making your living. So you have to really kind of pick and choose what those projects are, So you
still trying to perfect my system, and it's still new to me. Because I have YouTube, I have managed to monetize some of my travel content. So it's there right for the picking. I'm just not really doing it enough.
It's almost that time of year. Early mornings at the rink, fresh notebooks and backpacks, and a community gearing up for another great season of varsity sports. At Source for Sports North Bay, we're proud to be part of it all. Whether it's finding your kid's first pair of skates, gearing up for tryouts, or outfitting your team for the season ahead, we've got you covered. Because here, we're not just a sports store. We're neighbors, coaches, teammates, and fans. And we're proud to cheer you on every shift, step, and stride of the way. Visit Source for Sports North Bay at 1321 Fisher Street and let us help you along your way.
Dear North Bay, you've always been more than a place on the map. You're home to me. This is where I built a life with my husband, raised our kids, and taught in local schools for over 24 years. I'm proud to be part of this community. Earlier this year, my world shifted. After living with anxiety, depression, and PTSD for much of my life, I reached a point where I couldn't keep going alone. Walking into the emergency department at the North Bay Regional Health Center was one of the hardest things I've ever done. But what I found there changed everything. A nurse who made me feel safe, a crisis worker who truly listened. For the first time in a long time, I felt seen. That care gave me hope, and it inspired me to give back by supporting local healthcare so that others in our community can access the same compassionate care I did. If my story resonates with you, I hope you'll consider supporting the NBRHC Foundation. Please visit nbrhcfoundation.ca or call 705-495-8125 to give. Because mental health is health. With gratitude, Tiffany Van Meer.
Do you have like a favorite? Was there something that you did that just like you go back to and you're like maybe thinking, how can I do more of that?
Like you mean a project
yeah,
or a place?
Like a project or...
So the first big project like that I actually went and did like for another client was last year we went to Italy for free. So we did an exchange with them. We did a bunch of content for them. So that one was my first memorable because it was my first like international actually like getting compensated to do this. And like,
awesome.
It's like a light bulb kind of turn. It was like, this might actually happen.
Yeah.
Like this is possible. And it was like a super nice place. They took us around all week. They fed us. It was one of the most amazing experiences. Yeah, it was amazing.
So did you stay like with a family when you were there?
It was, so long story short, they're from Ottawa. They moved to Italy like 15 years ago or so. They bought property and they started this tourism business.
Okay.
So it's like they pick you up from Rome, they bring you straight to this it's like a villa resort kind of thing. They have private chefs on site.
Yeah.
All you can drink, all you can eat.
Oh, shoot.
They pick you up in a van, they bring you, so there's like tours every single day. It's amazing the trip that they did. Like the experience they've created is actually really impressive.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
And so they wanted, like content and they wanted kind of a thing. So you just stayed with it. Like, were you there for how long? You were there
for a week.
Okay. Wow.
It was great. And they're a little old school. He used to be a journalist in Ottawa, so he's old. He just like prints papers and does like a little blog post and stuff. Okay. And we're like, you have no photos, you have no videos.
Like no one's gonna find you, huh?
You need to. But he's been doing really well, and that's the crazy. I'm like, you're already doing great, and there's this next level you could take because you're not taking advantage of just today's landscape, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And so are there any, there must be challenges with like your drone, for instance. Have you ever like lost a drone or like ever in the middle of shooting or something?
There's
or like
something that comes to mind.
Of wind or...
This is when we were in Indonesia and Bali. We didn't have a lot of money when we were backpacking. And I spent a lot of money that I probably shouldn't have on a drone because I wanted it really badly. And we were flying around this beautiful waterfall. It was like this restaurant overlooking, it must have been a 100-foot waterfall. I'm flying my drone, having the best time. My screen goes completely black. And I just look at it, just flies. I'm let go of the controls.
Oh, no.
It's just flying full tilt into the waterfall and it's gone. And I'm like, well, there's my hopes and dreams, and it's destroyed.
My life is not over.
I was devastated.
Oh no,
yeah, I was.
And
I really
not
was.
going to water. I guess just like it was destroyed. It was like Legos. Just goodbye.
It was like it was incredible. It was a tiered waterfall where it kind of pooled. It was way up. There's no way to get to it.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Okay, was this like an older? Because I feel like the new drones now, they have this thing where it's like once it gets too far from your controller, you can't even. It
that
comes
one
back.
did have it.
Oh.
I turned it off. Yeah, to get some stitchier shots. Yeah. And I forgot to turn it back on. So it probably would have stopped. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my dreams would have been alive still. You know?
Lesson learned.
Yeah. And I'm like, because they say not to turn the sensors off. And sometimes I do it. Because you want to get into tight spots. It looks really cool.
You learned that from Alicia because she said rules are meant to be broken.
Exactly.
Look where it got you.
And I still actually do that sometimes. But
okay.
Yeah.
I just can't get over how steady they are. Like it boggles my mind. Like when you're,
the tech
filming.
is crazy on them now.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it looks like friggin', what is it, like 4000 HD? Like what is it being filmed in?
Mine's 4K, 4000 HD, maybe something like that.
1080 PSI?
1080p.
Ben?
But now they have ones where you can like fit it in your pocket and then take it out and it's like you're filming with like a camera up in the sky, like a really high quality camera. Yeah, I've come a long way. All of it's come a long way. Yeah.
And like, do people, we kind of touched on this, but like, I mean, when you guys are working, obviously you're in these places. You're in places where tourists are and stuff like that. So do you ever have people kind of stepping in front of your camera or like saying, can you take our picture? Or like, you know what I mean? It must be hard to kind of
Sometimes I'll try and stage shots. This beautiful place in Italy, in Alicia. I'm like, oh, it looks so great for sitting here, having a cappuccino or whatever. Yeah. Place the tripod, which started kind of sketchy because I'm like, someone could just grab this and just sprint. So we're always keeping an eye, but we'll go sit down. Some tourists will walk right in front and just started taking pictures and the shot's completely ruined, but that's part of the process.
I mean, yeah, there's that. And that was the other thing when you were saying like setting up a shot of you and Alicia, because that was the other thing in the videos that I so appreciated, because how many times, I mean, I think this happened more on Facebook, which I'm not on the Book of Faces, I haven't been for years, but like people would go on a trip and it would literally be 40 pictures of their face with like a wall behind them. And it's like, were you in Rome or were you just in the parking lot at Walmart?
Or you're just lying.
Right? Like, no, how can I even tell?
All green screen.
But in yours, it was awesome because there'd be like there was like a sunset and like, girl, Alicia was like, like doing her whole thing. It was like from behind. But then it was just that quick shot. And then we got to see what she was looking at. You know what I mean? So that's the other thing I really appreciate in your video.
I'm trying to put people in our shoes, and this is kind of a newer thing. I'm trying to be more in my content as well, but it's harder because I don't have someone to just shoot me all the time. So you have to place these.
Yeah.
But, when we want each other. Yeah. She's looking at me like, she shoots me, but I mean when we're together.
Yeah.
It's hard. I'm not just going to ask a random person, here, can you hold this camera?
Can you like look like this? I know.
I trust you. Don't steal it, please.
And you guys know
we're going to go over
do.
there.
Yes. Yeah. No, it makes sense. And you guys know the vibe that you're going for too. And the whole, you know what I mean? Like how to do it and how to stand. And so, and I love that because as I'm watching it, I'm like, oh no, like, is this good? Okay, there's Alicia. Okay, oh no, okay, now I get to see what she's looking at. Or like, oh my God, look at their view from their balcony. It wasn't just like, because I would find that all the time where it's like people go on these trips and I'm like, I don't want to see your face. I see your face. Get out of here. I want to see where you are. That's one thing. One person I looked up to on YouTube taught me years ago, just through his videos, is that nobody cares about what you're doing, how you're feeling. They care about, they want to be entertained. That's right. They want to be, like, if there's a story involved, they want to learn something. Yeah. People don't necessarily really care about what you're experiencing. And that kind of hit home to me. And I'm like, really? No one cares about my cool shot? Like, that shot, excuse me? 4K 60 and this, like, nobody cares. Like, they just want to see the waterfall. They don't care what kind of drone. Not everyone's a camera nerd like me. So yeah, I took that to heart, but kind of. It's true though. Yeah. It's not all about you, Joe. It's not about me, I know. I know. It's about the waterfall. What do you have next? Like, where is your dream next trip to go? Like, who needs content in the world? Anywhere. I'm really open to most experiences. I love trying new things, different things. I haven't been in Asia since we went to Bali, so I would love to go back to Southeast Asia. I call it the Southeast Asia loop, so do like Thailand, Laos, like all over Malaysia, Philippines. Yeah. I'd also love to do more of Europe too. It's just I've been so busy, it's hard to take time off because it's that balance where like if I take a few weeks off, then I'm not really... Not working. Not making an income. So it's, that's that fine balance kind of I'm still working on trying to
figure that out. But
cool. Well, I think you're doing an awesome job. Keep it
Thanks,
up
I
with the
appreciate
friggin' the YouTube videos. I love them. Like I said, I mean, you guys should check it out too. Like it's an experience, you know, and it's an experience looking at Alicia's food too. Like it's mouthwatering. Yeah, and the nice pictures of like the drinks and stuff. Yeah, it's just, it makes you want to go. It makes you want to experience it.
It's good. So I'm doing something right.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God, it's great. Thank you so much for coming in today.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
It was a great chat with Joe. He was a blast to chat with. What a really fun couple, actually. They're great together, and I love chatting with both of them. They just have unique ways of creating a world online, you know, and whether it's kind of helping you build your brand or checking out these beautiful places and places to go, whether it's in Canada or abroad. He did a really awesome video of Italy, which is really cool to check out as well, Rome and Italy, and it's a really good one. The music in it is really awesome. So anyways, it was a pleasure. Again, we sat, in the beautiful lodge at Homewood Suites. Again, an awesome place. If you're staying over there, if you happen to stay at the Homewood as a hotel option for you, gorgeous way to start your day. Come on down. There's a breakfast nook right there, so you can kind of fill up on breakfast foods, have some coffee, have a little cappuccino maybe or something, and grab your paper, come on, sit down, and start your day off right with Homewood Suites. In the meantime, head over to our website, northbayecho.ca. You can sign up for our newsletter. It'll be sent right to you. That's Echo Essentials. And there are a lot of other podcasts on the Echo Network, so check them out because something else might be right down your alley. Until then, much love, North Bay.